Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hey. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Woo! Oh, my God. Yo. What's up, gamers? What's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris Don One, and I'm back with another video. Hold up for a second. It's like when you trying to do something, and it's those crazy Fridays, you know? Some crazy Fridays, you know? Okay. Can we, man, this is gonna be a mess, jacked up stream. People gonna be saying, what the hell you doing, Chris? Trying to get this stuff situated. That's what I'm trying to do. It's one of them things, man. Bear with a brother. All right. Even though that's kind of crooked. Okay. Tighten that up a little bit. All right. Camera gonna be a little wobbly, but I'm gonna have to readjust that. What's up, people? Spent a minute trying to adjust my stand here, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, rate, comment, subscribe. If I don't care if you're new or old, hit the notification bell so you'll know when my next live stream or video goes down. All right. We're going to talk about the Indiana Pacers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. First of all, no one was predicting that the Pacers was going to take game one away from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Pacers literally put a lot of pressure on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, I'm not going to go as far as this extreme pressure. I'm not going to go as far as they took home court advantage, because to me, earlier in series, you can't process your reasoning is, oh, they stole a game, okay? I don't believe in stealing home court advantage. Home court is wherever home court is, okay? You know, you try to defend, you try to get the W if the game is in your home court. But if it's not, and if it's earlier in the season, and then earlier in the series, and you have an opportunity and chance to go into the draft board, go into the board and try to figure things out, I'd rather take an L earlier in this in a series than late in the series, if you understand what I'm saying, because you have plenty of time to adjust. So we're gonna talk about the Pacers, how they did it, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. To me, I felt like this game was a filler type game, you know, because this will be a first time in a long time since LeBron James played in a playoff game where there was only like one All-Star on his roster. Normally, he has 3 to 4 All-Stars, okay? You know, this is sort of new to LeBron James. Last time he was in this type of situation was back in earlier in his career, when they played the San Antonio Spurs, and San Antonio Spurs swept them. Okay, so LeBron likes to be a facilitator. He likes to get all the other players active, you know, make sure everybody's getting theirs, feeding everybody, this, that, and the third. But what LeBron James failed to realize, and I'm pretty sure he got the gist of it just on game one alone, is you can't, it's one thing to be a facilitator. It's another thing to let other players, trying to get other players game, trying to feed other players and hoping that the other players can help contribute in a W. Eventually, LeBron James has to realize that if he wants to win this series and the rest of the series going forward, he's going to have to do more on the offensive end. Okay? Now, LeBron James is an older player. He's in his 30s. And it's only so little what he can, what he's able, or what he's unable to do. But with that being said, he can't just say, okay, I'm just gonna get everybody going, and D Wade is going to bail us out in a game or two, or Chris Bosh is going to bail us out in a game or two, or Kyrie Irving is going to bail us out in a game or two. It simply does not process or work that way with the roster that you have. Larry Nance Jr. is a slasher. He's a good defender. Rodney Hood he's a younger J.R. Smith, and he's a streaky shooter. He's going to have nights where he's going to drain those threes, and there's going to be other nights where he's going to struggle. He's not that type of player that can be consistently good. There's a reason why the players that the Cleveland Cavaliers traded at the trade deadline, there's a reason why these players are available. Okay? They're not bad players, but they're not all-star candidate players that LeBron James is accustomed of playing around. So it's going to take a while to get these players on and popping, and you can't expect these players to bail you out in games. You know, there were times when I was watching the game, I felt like LeBron James was padding his stats, trying to get a triple-double, similar to what he did with the Golden State Warriors last year. You know, I'm going to pad my stats up. I'm going to have a triple-double. So there's no way I'll have an out. So there's no way in the world people are going to say that the reason why they lost to the Golden State Warriors is because of me. Because people are going to look at my stats, and the stats are going to dictate is LeBron James got his. It's just Kyrie and the others weren't consistent. Okay? And that's pretty much the same MO I felt LeBron was trying to establish in game one with the Pacers. Okay, let me get this triple-double, so if we do lose, everybody won't put the blame on me. This will plague to backfire on LeBron James, because what LeBron James has to realize is the critics are still, the haters are going to still hate. The critics are going to still find flaws, the critics such as Skip Bayless, and they're going to point out the obvious that, look, you know you don't, the only all-star there's really on the Cleveland Cavaliers is LeBron James, okay? We already know the back history of Kevin Love. Kevin Love can, you know, drain threes and get rebounds, this, that, and the third, but Kevin Love is not on the same level as a LeBron James. Hell, Kevin Love is not even on the same level than most of these stars that are representing in the playoffs. So people are going to say, if they do lose a series, and I'm not saying that they're going to lose to the Pacers, but for anyone to say it's a lock, automatic, that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to represent the East in the finals, you're exaggerating a little bit, okay? They have a tough road. I think the Pacers are going to probably take 1 or 2 games from them in this series. You know, they're not going to play the 76ers until the Eastern Conference Finals. But, you know, when they, I think there's a lot of teams in the East that can steal a game or two and make it a real series for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's going to wear out and tire out LeBron James. Okay? So when they do get to the finals, LeBron James ain't got enough gas in the tank, because if you're going to try to play against the Golden State Warriors, that's already an L. I don't see this Cleveland Cavaliers roster running roughshod on the Golden State Warriors, okay? I think it's a competitive game if somehow, some way the Houston Rockets are in the finals. I don't see that, but I see there's a possibility and a chance for the Cleveland Cavaliers to win a chip if they get the opportunity to go into the finals. But I feel like in the East, LeBron and company is going to struggle with these teams. You know, these teams have multiple talented players that are fully capable of stealing a game or two. Victor Oladipo, a lot of people slept on him. Dan Gilbert recently said in a Sports Illustrated article that he was leaning towards drafting him over Anthony Bennett, but the crowd favorite in the Cleveland Cavaliers organization was Anthony Bennett, because in their mind was, okay, we got Kyrie Irving, we don't need Victor for any more offense, okay? You know, we got other players that are similar to Victor, so let's just draft Anthony Bennett, and Anthony Bennett is a total bust, a total wash, okay? If Dan Gilbert would have drafted Victor, he would have had Victor, Kyrie Irving, and I forgot the other kid that they traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Kevin Love. To me, I think if they would have had those three players, then when LeBron went back to Cleveland, that is a much better roster than what they had to when they got LeBron. Okay, if LeBron would have gave this 1 or 2 more years with that roster, then who knows? I don't think they would have won a chip in the first 2 years, but I think they would have been a better contender and have better talent than what they have in the past 2 years. Okay, they would have never been in the running to trade for J.R. Smith. Okay, so with that being said, I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be fine. The Cleveland Cavaliers they're probably going to. I think this series is going to be a tough out. I see 5, possibly 6 games in this series, and the longer this series develop, the more time LeBron James is on the court, and when he plays his next opponent, it's not even going to be any easier either. I think this year, LeBron James is going to have to carry more of the load on the offensive end, on the offensive side of things, okay? He can't just depend on the other players on the roster. He doesn't have that type of roster that's capable of doing it. Rodney Hood will have on and off nights, okay, but it's not going to be consistent. Larry Nance Jr. will have a flash here or there, but it won't be consistent. Jordan Clarkson, he will have spurts here and there, but it will not be consistent. And the same could be said for Kevin Love. Kevin Love is going to have games where he's going to flourish, but they won't be consistent, and you can't depend on J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith has not gotten back to the old J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith has been struggling for the past couple of years. J.R. Smith as a talent, the talent is diluted, okay? So with all of these factors, LeBron's going to have to say in the back of his mind, damn, I'm going to have to do more to keep us involved in a lot of games. And it is what it is. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. If you're new or old to my channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know when my next video or live stream is going down. Deuces.